So you want to learn the handstand, that makes me very happy. But here's the deal. I see a lot of people just jump right into trying to do handstands and they get frustrated because they don't have the necessary strength that they need to begin. And today, we're gonna look at three things: wrist strength, scapular strength, and endurance strength. We're gonna start walking up the wall. We'll get to that in just a moment, but we're just gonna start off first with looking at the wrists. It's simply like for you to make sure that you have your index fingers facing forward with your thumbs out to the side, almost like you're doing an L and the opposite L when you place your arms on the ground. And so with the hands in this position, you're going to rotate your elbow pits forward. From here, you're going to push down and away from the ground and simply load your arms. Now, depending on your particular level, this might be enough to start off with, and that's great. We're just getting comfortable in this position, pushing down and through the ground with our index fingers facing forward and our elbow pits facing forward as well as we push down and away from the ground. From here, you can further strengthen your wrist by simply pulling the heel of your hand up off of the ground, performing repetitions 10 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and holding that last one as you push down and away from the ground. Now again, it's not just the wrist, but it's also the fingers that we're strengthening, as well as improving the mobility and the range of motion in our fingers. This is eventually going to help us when we get into handstand work. Now, once again, keeping the elbow pits facing forward, what I can then do is simply load further by bringing my knees up off of the ground. I'm pushing down and away from the ground. This is very important. Making sure our elbow pits are facing forward and holding this for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we can go even deeper, making sure that we keep our shoulders directly over our hands. Pushing down and away. 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So in the very beginning, in looking at wrist strength as well as helping with our mobility, these are 3 variations that you can use. All right, next up, we're gonna look at scapular strength. This is extremely important. And when you get into the handstand, something that's very necessary for the handstand is scapular elevation. Basically, this position, now I've elevated my scap, so my shoulder is closer to my ear, so this is scapular elevation. Now, the better mobility that we can have in our shoulder blades, the better off we're going to be when we work on the handstand. So the way that we can improve the strength and the mobility of our scaps is by doing that on the floor. It's actually very similar to the movement that we're doing earlier. What this is going to look like is, while keeping my arms completely straight, I want to think about dropping my head towards the ground. Again, my arms are straight, and while still keeping my arms straight, I'm pushing down away from the floor this time, elevating the scapula. So these shrugs, if you will, are really great for not only improving mobility, but building the strength needed in order to help us with the handstand. Similar to what we were doing earlier, and performing 10 repetitions or holding for a count of 10, you can do the same with this. We can further strengthen our scaps by elevating our feet. But the thing is, before we do that, we first need to take a look at the next movement to make sure that we have the strength to be able to get upside down. Let's take a look at that. Wall walks are kind of the final thing that I would like for you to focus on, that is really going to make sure that you have the necessary strength to set you up for success. But I don't want you to just jump right in, think that you should just walk right up the wall. No, not at all. First order of business is checking to see if you're ready to start using the wall. All you're going to do is you're going to take the same position that you were using earlier with the wrists and the scap strength exercises, but you're gonna place one foot up on the wall. Now, don't worry about it being too high, just a comfortable place on the wall. Notice that you don't need to have your shoulders over your hands. Just get in a comfortable position. I'd like for you to make sure that you're keeping your arms straight. You push down and through the ground. Push your foot into the wall and then just simply see if you can pull this foot off of the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you can do that and hold it for a comfortable 5 seconds, then we can move on to the next movement. But if you're still having trouble with that, what I suggest is to get into that position and instead of pulling your foot up off the ground, continue to work on further strengthening your scaps and your wrists. Once you are ready for that and you can get your foot off the ground, hold it there for about 5 seconds, and then you just put your foot on the wall. Same deal here. Pull that foot up, put the foot on, you just hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you come down. Now, hopefully you see a pattern here. Notice I haven't even walked up the wall at all. Everything that you're doing is very gradual. And so you're always checking at each point, can I hold this? And if you can, then add in some repetitions in there. So the next level would simply be walking your feet up a bit higher. That's it. So I'm gonna pull my foot up. So both feet are on the wall now. So I'm just gonna walk my feet up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Walk them down and then come off of the wall. Once you can do that and get your feet at a level that's good for you, okay, that you feel very comfortable with, you can start walking the hands back. So both feet on the wall, walk the feet up, pull one hand back slightly, the other hand back slightly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I can come down off the wall. Gradually, working to be able to get closer to the wall. The final thing would be actually going very close to the wall. So from here, both feet up and I'm walking back. And you don't need to go all the way to the wall. All we're trying to do is get the necessary strength in order to start working on the handstand. Once you're able to do that, you're good to go. All right, so we covered a lot in this video. Really, it comes down to making sure that you have the necessary wrist strength, scap strength, and that endurance and strength in being able to walk up the wall and walk down the wall before you even start your handstand practice. Now, I'm sure you're itching to get into the handstand practice, but by focusing on what I showed you in this video, really what's gonna help you and set you up for success. If you ever have any questions, always please feel free to contact us. I'm here to help.